people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, here's our car. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out
No way.
Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
Good morning, this is Brad Atwell on WCOU Sports. Ask the Coach, Coach Jeff Griffith, the Barron County Trojans. And Coach, we can come back in again this morning and talk about a W. Wasn't pretty, but it was a W.
Very happy to get a win, but man, our group just, we don't know how to make things easy on ourselves, and we certainly didn't last night there in the fourth quarter. But again, happy for our seniors to get a victory on senior night and finish the year on winning 2 straight.
Yeah. Great first half. Great 3 quarters of ball. I thought our defense played well those first 3 quarters. I thought our offense played well those first 3 quarters. Seemed like once that Edmonson County finally got on the board there, and then they onside kicked that next one, it just seemed like it was downhill for us there for at least about 6 minutes there in the starting of that fourth quarter.
Well, I thought at the start of the game we took the momentum real quick, and as you said, was playing well defensively and offensively. And then we got backed up. They punted us down deep on the 1 and kind of got us backed up in the field position battle. And then the third quarter, I thought we had regained that, got up 21-2, and then they got a touchdown there and made it 21-10. And then momentum is a powerful thing in any sport, but especially high school football. And certainly they got the momentum away from us and got an onside kick and scored, and then on it kicked off to us again, and about the third or fourth snap that we had it, we put the ball on the ground and they got it in good field position again and scored. And they were hitting us on some stuff that we couldn't get adjusted on how we wanted to stop it on. They were reading our flat player, and we were bringing him, and they were throwing a slant behind us and having great success with that. And their quarterback suddenly got accurate because he wasn't real accurate in the first half, and he was doing a good job of putting the ball right on it, and their receiver was catching it, and we let it slip away from us and lost the lead there after being up 21-2 in the fourth. But our kids showed a lot of resiliency and fought back and had a great drive offensively to take the lead back from them with about 4.5 minutes to go, and then we finally, once we got adjusted to stopping their slants and stuff on that last drive, got them 3 and out and got off the field and ran the clock out pretty much to end the game.
Yeah, with 8:24 to go in the game, Edmonson County scored their touchdown, went up 24-21 on us, and just it seemed like at that point our offense knew that we're going to have to go back on the field. We've got to drive this ball down the field, and I'm going to have to give it to Zach Sneed. I know Zach fumbled that ball there, and he come off the field with his head down, and it was just killing him that he put that ball on the ground. But he came back out that next series, Coach. He picked us up, put us on his back, and drove us down the field. I mean, it was Zach Sneed was on a mission that I've got to score this touchdown to make up for what I just lost.
He was, and of course he had played a great game up until that fumble. And he came over there and he was just so apologetic. "I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry." I said, "Listen, we've got 8 minutes to go. Let's go out there." I said, let's put it behind us. And and I didn't think they had really stopped our run game all night. We had done a good job up front of handling them, and of course Zach had done a great job of running the ball all night. And he just put the ball on the ground at an inopportune time, and we got it back, drove the ball down there, and took the lead back and held on, to the end of the game.
Yeah, they did not stop the run last night. 51 rushes for 355 yards and 4 touchdowns. So the offense was clicking. Going back to what you said about they were hitting that slant, he all of a sudden became accurate. He was in the first half. Edmonson County's quarterback was 2 for 10, 13 yards. And then he came back in the second half there, and he went 3 for 7 for 53 yards, and it was just it was just killing us. And when we started trying to cover that, it was making us vulnerable in the middle, and they were able to run some stuff like off tackle or right up the middle, and was able to score on us. But I thought the adjustment then we made on defense, came back out and held them to that 3 and out. I thought that was just a big play of the night.
Yeah, they were going with a run-pass option type play where they block a run play, but they're reading our flat defender. And, of course, most of the first half we were bringing the flat defender every time to stop their run game. And, of course, he did a good job of – and they tried to run it a couple of times there in the first half, and he wasn't really dialed in, so to speak, and wasn't real accurate with it. But second half he got accurate, and we kept bringing our flat defender, and there was nobody underneath on that slant. So finally we had to make an adjustment and leave our flat defender out there, and we got them slowed down a little bit there at the last drive of the fourth quarter for them.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, those 3 quarters, and it's one of those things. This is not the first time we've talked about this, that we do a complete game. One or the other usually plays a complete game for us. Either our offense or our defense really plays a good game, and I thought across the board, I thought our whole team played well, except for that little window there of just a few minutes when that momentum shifted last night for a little bit there to starting of the fourth quarter. But it just seemed like our guys dug in and thought, hey, we can do this, and just continued to fight and came back and pulled out a victory.
Well, we did, and it's like I said, the momentum in high school football is a powerful thing, and man, they turned in a hurry once they got the onside kick and got a fumble, a turnover from us, as I said, and but we just had to stay together and pull it out, and and like I said, all year this football team is one that there's not much comes easy. I mean, we can't handle any prosperity because it's just not that. That's just not the way we are. And but I was glad that we hung tough and fought and hung on there and come out with a victory last night.
They're in the fourth quarter. They had the ball, and their plan was to go down. They were going to score on us again. Jordan Hill came up with a big sack for us. And then right after Jordan made that sack, I think we had him maybe 2nd and 16 or something like that. And I thought the kid came running up, and I thought he fumbled the football. And it looked like to me he tried to dive on it. One of our guys picks it up, but they called him down. And I thought that was one the officials missed last night. I thought the kid fumbled the football.
Well, I thought it was a fumble as well, and it seemed like the play. I guess they could have caught an inadvertent whistle as well, because I thought there was a quick whistle, and I don't know. Ultimately, they gave him the ball, and it was 3rd down after that, and we got them off the field, and they punted back to us, and we were able to run out the clock. But we're the most penalized team in the state the last 2 weeks, and that's on we talk about it, we preach about it. It's just ridiculous the amount of penalties we've incurred the last couple of weeks, and that goes back to what I'm saying. We can't handle any prosperity. We've got to go on with a bunch of foolishness sometimes, that stuff that we can control. And you're going to get a few penalties in terms of jumping offside sometimes, or maybe even a holding call, but we get an inordinate amount of holding calls. Got 2 at the very end of the game. We get some late hit type things that are just inexcusable that we should not be doing. And but it's week. That was week 10 of the regular season. If we don't understand that by now, then we're never going to understand it. We're just a hard-headed bunch on some things, and it almost came back to bite us last night.
Yeah, 10 penalties for 110 yards. Is what the stat was that I received.
It seemed like a lot more than that to me.
Because and the reason I thought it seemed like more than that to me also was because what it took away. That's not the number of yards that it took away from us, because a couple times I know on some of those penalties we had got maybe a 15-20 yard gain, or we had stopped them for a big loss and either turned around and they got a 1st down. So really and truly, if you probably looked at our yards that we gave up and that we gave away on penalties, I'd say we'd be looking at over 200 yards.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about that. I guess if there's a one good thing about it is that it gave Zach Snead an opportunity to get some more yards, because it backed us up a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're going to look for anything positive, but
there you go.
I'm just going on. That's ridiculous, and it's ridiculous that we get that many penalties and the type of penalties that we're getting. And again, that was week 10. We played 10 varsity football games this year, and we're still doing some boneheaded things, and I'm at wit's end with it.
Yeah, understand. All right, we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors on Ask the Coach with Coach Jeff Griffith.